Hello Moda friends! I am excited today to be sharing Sunwashed fabrics with all of you. This is the collection that you guys just got to take a peek at, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit with you. You have probably looked at the fabrics a little bit already, so I am just going to briefly talk about some of the different prints and how you might use them, how your quilt shops might like to use them, and then we will talk about the quilts. I think this might be the first time I've actually had completed quilts here to show you guys, so I'm going to take advantage of that and talk about those a little bit too. First up, the fabrics. Sunwashed is a very warm collection. My collections do tend to be warm and happy, and Sunwashed is no different. Full of lots of different flowers, little geometric prints. The white on white in this collection is the little dot, same as the green fabric down here. That's going to be beautiful for backgrounds and is going to tie in really nicely with my coriander seeds line of fabric that's in quilt shops right now. This little bitty buds print is quite a favorite of mine for this collection. It works really nicely for backgrounds as well when you want just a little bit of a print. Another really cute little small scale floral. The check print is back. We first saw this in Cozy Up, and I love having this check in a collection because I like when you can add it to blocks and it looks like you have piecing in a block, but you don't. You've just used one piece of checked fabric. So I love having this back in. Plus it gives it such a summertime picnic, warm, happy feel to the collection. So I love that. And the X print is back as well. And this is a very popular basic, and excited to have that one back. Let me show you some of the other colorways. Of course, yellows, a pretty warm, buttery yellow. It's my favorite, one of my favorite shades to have in a collection. I guess I can't say it's my favorite shade, but I love the yellows. We have some corally oranges back in, cute little bees. Those are perfect for a summertime collection. The pinks and a little bit of a warm, it's not quite a red, but a darker pink shade in there. Those little bitty buds again. Love that print in all of the colors. And then we have two different shades of blue, which I really like the way these blues came together in this collection. It really balances out the sunny colors so nicely. The little dot. This reminds me of little beach balls. I didn't design it intending it to look that way, but that's what it looks like to me, especially in this print. And I think it's just such a happy little print. Those little buds again. Of course, the bees. And we have navy in this collection. I haven't ever had navy in a collection before, and so it's been really fun, and I've been taking full advantage of having navy in a collection, and these prints really balance out with these blues, it just balances everything out so nicely. And this print's really pretty, the dark blue. That is so nice for borders. I always love these large scale florals for the borders, for backing. It just works so well. That is a little peek at the fabrics in the collection. Now let's just start talking about the quilts a little bit. So behind me, I have to look up the name. I always forget my names for the first few weeks. This is Summer Weekend. This is the kit quilt for this collection. And I wanted to design something that felt kind of traditional, but fresh. And I love the way it turned out. So we have the little bitty buds for the background. As I said, I love that for a background. It really sets off the colors of the other prints and frames those out so nicely. So this is a layer cake and a charm pack quilt, and of course the kit quilt, like I said. We're just gonna move right into the next quilt. As soon as I knew that I was going to have navy in this collection, I knew that I wanted to design some sort of a stars and stripes flag sort of quilt. So here we have it. This is called Star Striped, and it uses just a couple of the navy prints and then the little red floral and the little white floral. You can see that the border is that navy floral, which I said works perfectly for borders. You can see that it does. This is just a yardage base quilt. The background is the little white on white print, and I love the way this one turned out. This next quilt is called Basket Bliss. Because Sunwashed just seems so summery to me, I wanted to design a quilt that felt summery and picnicky, and I also wanted to show how well the fabrics work in a more modern-y, fresh quilt as opposed to the more traditional quilt that we saw first. I try to make sure that my fabrics work well for people who love traditional quilts, but also work really well for people who want to do something a little bit different. So this is Basket Bliss. It is a fat eighth friendly quilt. You could do a fat eighth bundle if you wanted to, but you will not be using all of the prints in that bundle. And here you can see how well the check fabric works when we fussy cut it a little bit and make sure it's all running perfectly straight and tidy. I just love what that adds. The background for this is the white on white again, and I used a smaller print for the border, which I think is fun. And I think that is what I wanted to say about that one. This quilt is Barnstar 5. It's the 5th in my series of Barnstar quilts. They are 1 block wall hanging 40-inch square sized quilts. And the fun thing about these Barnstar quilts is that if you wanted to, you could purchase any 4 of the Barnstar quilt patterns and put them all together, and you end up with, you know, a super large scale 4-block quilt sampler, which I think is really fun, kind of mix and match these different quilts. But it's just a simple, fairly simple to piece because it's 1 block. There's a fair amount of piecing in this quilt, but it's just the 1 block plus a border. And you could use it for a wall hanging or a table topper. It works beautifully for both of them. The last thing I wanted to talk about a little bit, you all would have seen this quilt. Does this show up? Okay. You all would have seen this quilt in your sales packet. This is Sunny Patches, and this is going to run as a block of the month once Sunwashed starts shipping. And I got myself in gear a little bit faster this time around, so I have the layout so the shops can see the quilt layout, and then the blank spaces are going to be the mystery blocks that I will be releasing once the block of the month starts. I am going to be doing videos, tutorial videos on my YouTube channel to go with this quilt along, just like I did for the Beautiful Day mystery block of the month, and just like what will be happening with the Buttercup and Slate block of the week that starts here in a few months, probably September-ish. So those are fun. People have really been enjoying those on the YouTube channel, and I've really been enjoying sharing in that format. So with the way I have given you the information ahead of time, the shops can see the layout, they have all of their yardage requirements, and they can really plan if they want to participate in that or not. Now, this quilt along is available to any quilt shop, whether they're using Sunwashed or not. They are welcome to join in on that block of the month. I feel like I have to tell you it's going to be cutest in Sunwashed, obviously, but if they wanted to use any other collection, they would be welcome to do so and join right in on that fun. I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys about Sunwashed. As always, if you have any questions about anything, feel free to reach out to me via email. Try to answer you guys' questions as quickly as I can, and I know those sometimes pop up, so feel free to reach out, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.